3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up, guys? Thanks for joining us here on the Morning Game & Watch Drop, episode 7.2. Sorry, Rob. This is Dom. And thanks for joining us, guys. This is the show that we like to talk about films and TV shows in the first half and games on the latter half. We're going to be talking to you guys about what our favorite cartoons of all time are.
Share with us in the comments what your guys are. We'd like to hear a discussion.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
this is going to be a great moment because I love cartoons, dude. They're some of my favorite forms of media of all time. More so than I would prefer a cartoon over like a live action TV show majority of the time.
sometimes, yeah, I'm with you.
So, we'll just give our top 3, okay? Our top 3 favorite. Bless you.
My allergies are killing me today.
You right there?
Yeah.
All right. We'll give our top 3. So, I'll start off. I'm going to leave the best for last, obviously. So, my third favorite TV show of all time, I would have to say, is Dragon Ball Z. I have to say that is my favorite cartoon. My third. The reason why is because it holds such a deep...
Not Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
It holds such a deep part in my life because growing up, that was a show that I watched. That was probably the first anime that I watched. And the characters, it was a moment in anime where the voice acting and everything was so well done. It was one of the first of its kind around that time as well. With Goku and just the group of the Z Fighters. I loved that cartoon so much, and I followed it from the beginning to the end. And that was one of the few TV shows that I followed so closely and was so engrossed. And dude, outside of the shows, dude, I remember I would play pretend with my brothers and would pretend that we were the Z Fighters fighting. It was so good, dude. I love that show so much. And Dragon Ball Z, I would say my favorite arc would have to be the Cell Saga. That's my favorite arc of all of them because Cell was such a devastating, such a very scary character, and that was when you saw the rise of like Piccolo and the rise of Gohan, and that was so good. I love that series so much.
So, what's your third one then?
That was my third one.
That was your third one?
That was my third one.
I'm like out of there. In the left field.
Okay, so what's your third one? We'll leave the best for last.
Okay. Let's see. It can be from any time, correct?
Anytime, doesn't it?
Any time at all. Okay. This is kind of a hard one, man. I watched a lot of Cartoon Network growing up.
Yeah.
So I got like a lot of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yes.
And I think the old school Scooby-Doo would probably be like one of my favorites. Yeah, the originals. Awesome. Yeah. So that's probably like my third. I really enjoyed those. They were great. I used to watch them with my brother and my cousins all the time. Like whenever we'd see each other, just get up hella early in the morning and watch them. Yeah. So I'd say that original Scooby-Doo is my number 3.
Dude, I love that. I love that series so much because I remember I didn't really have cable, but whenever I would go over to like my aunts or my grandmas or whatever, and they had cable, there was always that channel that you had Cartoon Network, and then you had the Hanna-Barbera network, and that was the one I loved going up because Scooby-Doo would be on there, and the older ones were always the best. Even as a kid, I never really liked the newer ones.
You remember the Boomerang channel? I don't know if
that was it. That's what I'm talking about. Boomerang. That was the one.
Yeah.
That one had the good shows on it. The good shows on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I love that series so much, and it was never really like that scary.
No.
Even though they're dealing with situations like that, the characters were so cool.
Yeah.
I love those characters so much.
As a little kid, you're just like super involved in it, you know. And I don't know. I would just like eat breakfast and watch that with my cousins and just enjoy it. So I always liked him. I always liked the figuring out who the villain was at the end. You know, that was a big one. As far as the live action movies go.
Yeah, I heard they're not that good.
Yeah, no, they're not. Don't ever watch them. Just don't.
So my second favorite TV show of all time, dude, this is a really difficult one for me to think about. I'm trying to see. So right now I'm recently starting to watch some more TV shows, and honestly, this is a newer one, and I don't know why I'm already falling in love with this so much. But my second one, and it's so weird, you know, because I've watched so much cartoons. And I'm pretty sure if I thought about it, there might be one, but right now, at this moment, my second favorite one would have to be Steven Universe. And it's so...
Well, we can agree on that.
It's so
gonna be my second favorite.
Is it really?
One. Yes.
Okay,
I love
well then let's talk about it. Steven Universe, I've never watched it. I thought it was a little weird. I remember I looked up online. I heard that it grabbed a lot of just... It bled into the anime style of stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember I was talking to you about it and another person. I was like, should I watch the show? And you're like, dude, it's an amazing show.
Yeah.
And so you said, watch it. I was like,
It
yes.
was one of the first things I did when I got to Texas. Like, I was really bored in the summertime, didn't know anybody. Like, I was like, okay, well, and I just was like, yeah, I'll go on my stream site, and I just streamed the entire series as much as I could, and I watched it all, and it was funny because, like, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 24 years old, so I got, like, Steven Universe playing on my computer. You know, and my grandparents, like, would come up and knock on the door, like, hey, you want to go to the store or something? You know, and I'm like, I got, like, cartoons playing. I'm just like, oh, you know, shutting it real quick. Like, don't want to look like a weirdo. But, yeah, no, I freaking love it, dude. I love it's goofy. It's relatable. They do a good job to make it not super kiddish, you know, at the same time. And I love it because they make fun of themselves as well. There's an episode in there, I think, where Steven and his dad actually go to Japan.
Really?
And they find a shirt with, like, Steven's face on it. And he goes, huh. And, like, it's like a breaking the wall kind of thing.
So legit.
It's great.
I'm still on season 1. So I'm not there. Like, I'm not that far in yet.
I think this is probably, like, season 3 or 4. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not that far in yet, but I love the show so much.
Yeah.
And you know what? Just popped into my mind right now. I'm going to have to split my number 2 into half and give it to Steven Universe. And the other half I have to give it to, the regular show. The regular show is so good.
I like it, but I don't have that much steam for it.
Oh, dude, I remember when the regular show came out. Because there was a moment where Cartoon Network changed and became this thing where I didn't really like all their stuff because it was a little too much.
That was Adventure Time for me, though. Like,
yeah.
I love Adventure Time.
And, dude, regular show. Rick and Morty. The two main guys, and why am I blanking on their names?
The Blue Jay and the Raccoon?
Yeah, dude. Okay, anyways, and people are going to be dogging on me.
David, do you know the names of the characters from the regular show? Everybody's blanking.
Crap. Okay, anyways, the regular show is so good. The humor in it is so dry that I love it so much, dude. It's just so over the top because it starts off to where you think you know where you're going.
Mordecai and Rigby.
Yes, thank you. Mordecai and Rigby. I have a Rigby hat at home, dude. How do I not even remember this? The show always starts off so normal. And then you get 3/4 in and you're like, how the heck did we get here?
Yeah.
You know? I love it. That's like, they do it purposefully like that.
The characters are so weird, too, though. Like,
yeah.
the ghost with a hand on his head.
Yeah.
And, like, the guy that... What's his name? He wears the half-cut shirt and he's just fat.
Muscle Man.
Yeah.
Muscle Man, yeah. Like...
Does he even wear a shirt? He doesn't wear a shirt majority of the time.
I was...
He takes it off a lot and spins it over his head.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, that's right. I was thinking about...
Whoa!
Yeah, I was thinking about what's his face.
I was
Skips.
tripping out when I first saw that show. My brother and sister watching it. I was like, is that supposed to be like a girl or a guy?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
He's like green. He looks like the Hulk, you know, but he's
Don't
like a
need
fat
to know.
Hulk.
And he always...
My mom joke.
Yeah, he always makes fun of his mom.
Yeah.
You know? And he's like, no one can make fun of my mom, only me.
And then the Sasquatch is
Yeah.
like supposed to be super intelligent.
Spoken by Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
Skips. Oh my gosh. It's a good show.
It's just off, but it's good.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
It's
It's a good show.
It's a gem. I recommend that you go watch it. I guess we're already at our number 1. Small, short segment. But I can go on this one for a very long time and talk about it a lot. There's a lot of emotional connection I have with this show. A lot of emotional
It's
connection with this show.
Rob gets emotional.
My number 1 favorite show of all time would have to be Rugrats.
Oh yeah, you.
And that is, I remember literally being so, like, it's the first show I remember ever watching in my life. And my connection with Tommy, Chucky, Phil, Lil, Angelica, Stu, all them characters, dude.
I could not remember all their names.
Dude, Tommy, Chucky, Phil, Lil,
So, like,
Angelica, Stu,
If
Kimmy.
if they came out with a comic, like, would you pick it up and start reading it tomorrow?
I would, dude,
Right?
I
Just
will,
dies like.
dude, I would seriously die if I can get a comic like that. That show means so much to me. And they're making Funko Pops.
Really? Oh, yeah,
And
you
I was
showed
like,
me.
I'm done. I'm going to get every single one of them.
I'll admit the Reptar Funko Pop was pretty cool.
But here's the thing. They came
I don't
up with
collect those, but-
they had Chucky Funko Pop. they had Tommy Funko Pop. Then they have the Tommy with the red shirt Funko Pop, which is back to the first episode of Rugrats, season 1, the very first episode where he was wearing his red shirt. He was wearing his red shirt for his birthday party. Then they had the green Reptar and the purple Reptar. Purple Reptar.
What's the difference between the two?
Well, green Reptar was like the normal one. The
Other
purple
than the
Reptar.
color.
No, well, the purple Reptar was it was like a variant. So one of the babies, I think it was Chucky, owned purple Reptar. If I'm not mistaken, I could be totally wrong about that. It's been forever, but yeah, that show is so good. And just the way that it always started off in the baby's perspective, everything looked so ginormous. Everything was like, what's going on? And then it zoomed back out, and you're like, oh, that's the way it looks like in a baby's perspective. And Tara Strong, E.G. Daily, all of them lending their voices to Tommy, Chucky, and Dill, and all that kind of stuff. It's really, really
The title
good,
for this episode should be Rob is a fanatic for Rugrats.
Rugrats is going to be the thumbnail for
Rob
this movie.
enjoys small children.
I enjoy Rugrats. That's what happened going on here.
Small animated children in diapers.
It's such a good show.
It was pretty good. I watched it when I was a kid. I liked it. I'm not as crazy for it as you are, but I'll give you that it's a good show.
Dude, I know. I even tweeted out to Nickelodeon, when are you going to turn this into a Blu-ray?
If I got real drunk one night and it just happened to be like on the TV, I'd probably kick it and watch it for a couple hours.
You need to be sober to watch it, dude, to take in the full capacity.
I don't know if I can watch it sober.
Has to land.
I don't know if I can watch it sober. That's like watching old Power Rangers sober. I couldn't.
Dude, old Power Rangers, dude, they do not hold up. But
No.
I tell you what, that's a gem. What's your number one?
Oh man, I was gonna say Batman the Animated Series was gonna be my number one because I really love that show. I love Mark Hamill voicing the Joker. It's just excellent. I love that show so much. I love that it's like kind of a noir-esque, like old-timey investigator series. But I'm gonna have to say Rick and Morty is gonna take the first place for me. I love Rick and Morty.
Yeah, dude, tell us
It just fits with my personality in general, like just the dirty humor, and they go there with everything. They have no shame in just like talking crap about everything. They
get
can,
swifty.
You can literally make a meme out of anything with that show. Like they go there. Yeah, I mean, the opening for the season 3 episode they dropped on April Fool's Day, like when they were just talking about Mulan Szechuan sauce. Like, I mean, who would have thought that would have just a random thing from like McDonald's?
How do you think that went down? Like, okay, guys,
It was
this
probably
season
just
3,
a
right?
conversation like me and you, just having it in the kitchen, and we were just like, like how we spitball ideas, and then like just coming up with it, and you're like, dude, do you remember like the sauce that they had?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, we should do a whole episode around
Dude,
that.
and that's what's so brilliant.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like, that is some of the smartest thing in the world, because sometimes people take too much time to overthink and try and make a big story, when literally you can make a story off of the conversations you were having. You know?
Yeah, instead of having some sort of crazy, like, complex way on how Rick escapes. And they do that. They do actually. It is a little bit of a complex way of how he escapes, but they do it in a Rick and Morty way.
Yeah.
Like, very tastefully to the show. Just completely random as hell. Like, I love everything about this show. I love that they take, if you're a sci-fi buff like I am, and you like sci-fi movies, fantasy, time travel, that kind of thing, I mean, they dip their toes in every single movie that's ever been made about like sci-fi.
Yeah.
And they take from that. I mean, Rick and Morty was originally a kind of a joke on, what is it? I'm trying to think. Doc and Marty from Back to the Future, right? So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's where their characters were derived from. So the whole point of that, like, the fact that they can go there with making fun of it, and it's humorous to people who enjoy those kind of things, is what draws me to it. And I feel like draws a lot of people to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep, Rick and Morty.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us here on the Morning Game and Watch Drop, episode 7.2. We just discussed our favorite cartoons. Actually, go in the comments, guys. Let us know what your favorite cartoons are. We would love to know. Give us your top 3. Push that subscribe button if you have not subscribed. Thumbs up. And share with your friends. And as always, we're here to be talking to you guys about our film and TV addictions and what we think in regards to that media. Stay tuned for point 3 and point 4 of this week. We'll be dipping into the games and even discussing the new Nintendo 2DS XL and what we think that means for the future of Nintendo.
Stay tuned for our new segment as well.
Yes.
Probably later this month, we're gonna figure out, break it down. down, fine tune it, but it'll be fun. You guys
Yes,
enjoy it.
we'll be taking the streets. That's all I'll be saying, and seeing what the community and the social life people think in regards to video games. Stay tuned for that. We were very excited for that. It's gonna be a big change for us, and I'm hoping that this can bring in more audience and more people. But yeah, thanks for guys for watching, and as always, it's Rob. This is Dom. This is the Morning Game and Watch Drop here on the INDUO channel on YouTube. Stay tuned. Keep watching them TV shows, guys.